Hey everyone, we're live at the Pace Studio right now in New York with Tash Neal. Tash, welcome back, man. It's good to see you again.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we can host you in the tape room. We've got some serious history behind you right now. We had hosted you in the log cabin like 2 years ago, year and a half maybe.
About that. This is a lot of the vibe is historical right now.
Yeah. This is the vibiest of the rooms in this building. So now we're here and stoked to be hosting you and to be talking about the Tipping Point benefit concert, which is happening in New Orleans on November 1st at the Fillmore. And you will be there. A plethora of others are going to be there, man. If there's any chance I can make it down to New Orleans on November 1st to have some fun, it just sounds amazing, man.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So there's some music, and then we'll dive in and give people more information about that show. But can you tell us what's coming up first today?
Yeah, I'm going to play a new tune. It's just about, it's kind of a simple, I kind of wanted to bring it back to simple things and just write a very direct love kind of thing. So I'm going to play it for you right now.
All right.
Around when my lover coming down, yeah, when my lover coming down. Bring your sweet cup round, bring your sweet cup round when my lover coming down, yeah, when my lover coming down. When I'm lost and confused, feeling abused, can't chase my blues away. Feel so alone, skin to the bone. Seems like my blues will stay. Ooh, ooh. Lost and confused, feeling abused, can't chase my blues away. Feel so alone, skin to the bone. Seems like my blues will stay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When my love comes, when my love comes. When my love comes, yeah. When my love comes.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Something like that.
Dude, that sounds great, man. Thanks
for
bringing that here today. And And talking about this, also about the benefit concert, I wanted to get a little bit into the sort of friendly ghosts that are back here on the wall. We got a little bit into it, talking about Dr. John, talking about the Neville brothers, some of the New Orleans legends that are behind you. Can you talk a little bit about who influenced you growing up, maybe as it relates to who's on this bill, and maybe just generally, man?
I can't overstate the Neville's influence on me musically. Musically, I can't overstate their influence on music in general. I believe the Meters are integral to what we now know as hip hop. But, you know, even the sonic quality of those early records is so heavy, you know. I think they're probably one of the top most important bands to exist in American history. So they're wildly influential. And it's like teaching you what pocket's about. It's teaching you what feeling's about, what a vibe is about. I love them immensely.
Have you gotten a chance to spend any significant amount of time down there? I mean, you're a New York guy, right?
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker through and through.
Have you had a chance to spend enough time in New Orleans and absorb the amount of New Orleans that you want to absorb?
I have, you know, and I'm fortunate enough, you know, I was a huge fan of dumpster funk for years, and I got to know Ian Neville, who's a friend, and I'm a huge fan of his and his guitar playing and writing. And gotten to meet a couple of the Meters themselves, George Porter Jr., and gotten to play with him, and got to meet Zigaboo, Model East, and truly, those are some of the honors of my life, really.
Nice. Well, and that very much upcoming is going to be a reunion. I mean, Ivan and George Porter Jr. both part of Tipping Point.
Ivan is also a legend. He's one of the greatest pianists I've ever seen do it.
Yeah, that's and you must have crossed paths with Eric Krasno.
Kraz actually produced the song I'm about to play right now.
What a segue. How did I nail that?
The segue is crazy right now. Love it.
What is this? What's this tune called?
This song's called Isabel. And I think it's one of his favorite songs, he told me. But it's it's a song about, I wrote it, about, people, a lot of times in protests, there's a lot of people that fall by the wayside. Innocent people get hurt when bigger things are fought for, like freedom, things like that. So I remember this girl got shot overseas in the Arab Spring, and I wrote the song around that time. But then it's like the other week, an aunt was shot in her own home when she was babysitting her nephew, just living. So it's about, those souls we lose and kind of trying to communicate with them when they're gone and remembering them. So, Isabel, how did they treat you now? Busy scenes, walking away from town. There's no regret from where I stand. You can close your eyes and hold my hand as we do this dance for love of land. We do, oh yeah. Such a crowd carried away with phones. There's blood along the village square beneath the tree. Why can't we all go home? You've seen the worst in everyone when they're holding on to what was wrong. Won't you be rise again. How do we know that we'll all be okay? You know I really wanna know, hey. You know I need to know, Isabel. Where did you sleep last night? Oh, I'll dream a dream of you before the night is through. And did it feel alright? There's no regret from where I stand. You can close your eyes and hold my hand as we do this dance for love of land. We do.
Yeah. All right. That sounds great, man.
Thank you, bro.
And so now we're going to welcome to the studio Mr. Greg Williamson, who is the fella who is producing this show that we are chatting about right now. So Tipping Point in New Orleans is happening November 1st. And Greg, thank you so much for coming by. And Tash, thank you both, of course, for coming and playing music and talking about this event, man.
Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it. Tash,
Yeah.
you give me chills.
Thank you, brother, man. Thanks for being here, man.
So the event is it's a benefit for Tulane University, and it's meant to engage the alumni, connect with the musical community in New Orleans. Can you tell us what in particular it is about this event that makes it important and worthwhile? I mean, I could, just by looking at the lineup, man, it's a killer lineup.
Yeah, I mean, the lineup is off the hook. I mean, we usually have two things going on in every concert we do, and you know, the house band in of itself with Ivan, Cyril, Krasno is the musical director, George Porter, Raymond Weber on drums. That's just amazing in of itself. And then all the guest artists we have Mavis Staples, the Queen of Soul. We have Chris Robinson. We got Tash. We have Larkin Poe. We have Amy Helm. The list goes on and on. Jimmy Vivino. But what's really amazing about this is that we're doing something of this caliber for a university. You know, I don't think there's any other university in the country that is getting a benefit concert on an annual basis at this level with these kind of stars. So it's really special, and obviously, if there's one place it should be happening, it's in New Orleans.
Can you trace some of the history of it? I mean, this is what has led you to where you're at right now with Tipping Point?
Yeah, well, I come out of the benefit concert world. We do Love Rocks in New York City, which Tash has done before, and
which I got to go. It was the second one that I went to. The one
you
where
went to the
Whoopi
one
was
with
hosting,
Keith.
and then Bill Murray just exploded onto the stage, and it was one of the most fun nights I think I've had ever in the city.
Thank you. So these multi-artist bills that are for great causes are in our DNA. And, you know, they started this show 3 years ago at Tipitina's. It was really started because there was a big capital campaign going on for Tulane. And then they saw the power of the whole thing, and they said, well, let's do this on an annual basis. Then we did it again at Tipitina's, and now we're at the Fillmore going into our third year, which is a 2,200-person venue. So it's pretty amazing the way it's grown in just about 3 years.
Cool. Well, man, I'm really glad that we got to use this studio because Tash, we hosted you 2 years ago, I believe, ahead of Love Rocks.
That's right.
And that was downstairs, but there's something particularly connected about being in this room because a lot of this is Bill Graham's archive, who started Fillmore.
You picked the perfect room to have us.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
And we're looking at a lot of Dr. John and the Neville Brothers. There's so much history that applies directly to. I mean, there's a lot of Staple Singer stuff back here as well.
I mean, it's the music that's in here. It's the vibe. It's obviously the venue that we're playing, so it all kind of intersects beautifully. And you know, this is the perfect place to have us promoting this show and showcasing this young legend. Whoa. Because I don't know a lot of players that can play like this guy. You know, he's really unbelievable, and we're so grateful to have him on the show.
Cool, man. Well, we are as well grateful to have both of you guys here. I'm going to drop I'll say it, also drop it into the comment section. It's bit.ly/Tipping Point 2019 it's a ticket link and more information there as well. It's an amazing cause, an amazing lineup. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing night. And there's only a few tickets left, and Jeff Garland from Curb Your Enthusiasm and Arrested Development is hosting the night. So it'll be a lot of fun, you know, great music and a lot of fun vibes.
Yeah, Larkin Poe, Amy Helm, and Anders Osborne. All three of those have very recently been here and done this. There's a ton of crossover there.
Yeah.
And dude, whenever it makes sense for you guys to come in and talk about an upcoming show, I mean, it's a good
we appreciate
cause.
it.
I think you raised a ton of dough for God's Love We Deliver.
We've raised for God's Love a little over $8 million in less than 4 years, which has helped us to feed 800,000 New Yorkers who are too sick to cook or shop for themselves. So when we go at it hard, and now we're trying to build something big for Tulane, and it's off to a great start.
Outstanding. Well, dude, best of luck on it. If there's any chance, I've got to go to a party here on Halloween. If there's any way that I can get to New Orleans,
you'll be my guest
within 12 hours after that wraps, I would absolutely love to, because that sounds like the coolest party in the country.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We hope to have you, and thanks for having us here.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
All right.
Nice.
So we've got there's more music. We've got a third song coming up today. Tash, what do you feel like doing third?
Well, since you just brought up the staple singers, you know, they're so indelible and they're such a huge influence in my family's life. You know, I grew up with their music, and Mavis, her voice alone is such a force. And has inspires how I play guitar, inspires how I phrase, not just vocally, how I phrase everything. And I also wanted to say it's you know, not easy, but it's easy to sing a song, but it's harder to you know, bring up a national conversation about humanizing people, about giving people rights and civil rights, and she and her family did that. And without them, you know, things might look a little different. So, you know, I thank them, and I'm going to play the song in her honor and her family's honor. I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come a-rolling for to take my mother away. And I told the undertaker, please drive slow, 'cause that lady that you're hauling, Lord, I hate to see her go. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I was standing by my window on the cold and cloudy day, and I told her, hearse come a-rolling for to take my mother away. I told her, Undertaker, please drive slow. 'Cause that lady that you're harming, Lord, I hate to see her go. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I'd like to thank my big bodega lighter slide. It's very useful. That's how I get down.
Dude, good for you. I was going to ask that. I saw it poking out of the top, but I couldn't quite tell on the camera, nor could I tell over there whether that was your lighter. And
It's funny. I can't use regular slides, bro. It's just the lighters for me. It's great.
Well, dude, beautiful tone. Keep on bicking it up. That sounded great. And dude, have a great show. Tipping Point again.
Thanks,
it's
man.
in New Orleans. It's in the Fillmore. It's at the Fillmore in New Orleans on November 1st. Lineup is just massive. Mavis Staples, Chris Robinson, Tash Neal, many, many more. All the details are up on the internet. Google Tipping Point 2019. And dude, travel safely. And as tour dates are announced for you, travel safe between all of them. And we'll stay tuned for what's next. Please come back whenever it makes sense, man. We'll be here doing this.
Thank you so much, man.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you.